How's it going, guys? 101 back, and before we get into the video itself, a quick warning that if you're here looking for any real pay-per-view footage, then you sir are in the wrong place. So if that's the case, you're probably better off clicking off the video now, because in this video we're not going to be seeing any copyrighted WWE real footage. We're actually going to be concentrating on my version of pay-per-view with WWE 13. So now the warning's out of the way, guys, in this video we're going to be doing my own version of the Elimination Chamber pay-per-view. So what I mean by that is, this is going to be my version using a format of either my simulation pay-per-view or my WWE 13 Universe mode. So we're going to be playing through the matches of the real life Elimination Chamber, but just for entertainment purposes I'm going to be adding in some promos, cutscenes and everything you guys are used to in my WWE 13 Universe mode. But before we do get into the action, on last month's Royal Rumble pay-per-view I said I would give mentions to anybody who got 100% of the predictions correct for that event, and surprisingly enough only 4 people managed to get 100% correct. But as promised, shout outs to the 812 Ray, Shamaraya, Bulldogs and Antonio Lazima. Congrats to you guys, great job on getting all the predictions correct, and you can check out those viewers' channels down below in the description if you wish. So again, good job to you 4, and it's going to be the same again for this month. If any of you guys want a mention or a shout out on next month's pay-per-view video, WrestleMania, then leave your predictions down in the comment section below for this one, and if you can get 100% correct you'll get one. But because it is going to be WrestleMania, provided enough people participate in this month's video, but if all goes to plan in that sense, then on the WrestleMania pay-per-view we're going to be trying to make that video bigger and better than ever before, and we're actually going to be adding in a giveaway on that video. So to anyone who gets the WrestleMania predictions correct, you're going to be entered into a giveaway to either win some Microsoft points or a PSN card, or maybe even some DVDs and stuff like that. It's just kind of my way of attempting to give back to you guys, so hopefully you guys will appreciate that, and if that does spark your interest then please stay tuned for that. It's going to be good, but that is going to be coming up at WrestleMania. But back onto this video, the Elimination Chamber 2013. Like I said before, this is going to be my own personal version of the show. I've added in some cutscenes, added in some promos, so hopefully if you're a fan of my WWE 13 Universe mode, then you'll definitely be a fan of this pay-per-view as well. So that is about it from me, guys. Onto the show, my version of the Elimination Chamber 2013. Enjoy. Welcome everyone to Elimination Chamber 2013. I am your host 101, and what a great match card we've got for you guys this evening. We're going to be kicking this pay-per-view off with the United States Championship on the line. It is going to be Antonio Cesaro defending his United States Championship against The Miz, and what a way to kick off tonight's Elimination Chamber pay-per-view. What a great match card we've got for you viewers this evening. The main event, CM Punk challenging The Rock for the WWE Championship. We've also got 2 huge Elimination Chamber matches, not forgetting the World Heavyweight Championship match, but we'll get to that very shortly indeed. US Championship kicking off the show, the challenger The Miz about to make his way to the ring, former WWE Champion, former US Champion. The Miz, great early career in the WWE, looking to add another US Championship reign to that already impressive resume. Of course, the former reality TV star, now come good in the WWE, recently becoming a fan favourite, and we will see if The Miz can once again become the WWE United States Champion. But Antonio Cesaro is not going to be easy to overcome. Cesaro holding that title now since he defeated Santino going back 4 or 5 months ago. So Cesaro on an incredible run in his early WWE career. Of course, a former tag team specialist, now a singles competitor. We will see if Antonio Cesaro can once again overcome The Miz. And the match is underway. Miz in the red, Antonio Cesaro in the black. Cesaro with a couple of early punches, locking that arm up, and still working on the arm early on. Miz though fighting back, Irish whip. Oh, nice big boot by The Miz. Picking Cesaro back up to his feet again. I'm sure this match is going to be very technical. Both these guys very technically sound, especially Antonio Cesaro. Oh, what a move off the middle rope. Antonio taking the Miz down to the mat. Trying to follow up that knee drop wasn't to be the Miz countering that, but nice clothesline of his own. Cesaro could be in trouble. Irish whip. Oh, nice power shown by the Miz. Giving the back body drop to the man. Much bigger than himself. And the Miz continuing that. Taking the big man down and getting with a nice chop block. Miz going to the outside of the ring. Up top rope. What is Miz going to be going for? The Miz taking way too long. United States champion countering him. We're going to see it. Superplex into the centre of the ring. Antonio Cesaro with a nice suplex onto the challenger. Miz though again regaining control. Arm lock now into the nice gut buster. The awesome one with a great start to this United States Championship match. Dropping Antonio Cesaro once again down into the early cover. One. Only a 1 count that time for the Miz. Another Irish whip. Ducks down under. Oh, going for another big boot, but the champion with a nice counter into that huge spine buster. Like I said, Antonio Cesaro has been the United States champion for a number of months now and has had a very successful reign. It's his first championship in the WWE. Of course, he's only a newcomer. I'm sure no matter the outcome of this match, going forward, Cesaro is going to be a huge, big-time player for the WWE in the years to come. Possibly a future WWE champion. But let me know what you, the viewers, think down in the comment section below. Is Antonio Cesaro a future world champion? Be sure to let me know, guys. But this match continues now with a series of pins. Cesaro not too far away at all from successfully retaining that championship. Into the scoop slam with the arm tucked behind the back. Now Cesaro again working on the back and the neck of the Miz. Picking Miz to his feet, but the Miz with a nice reversal. What is the Miz going for? Oh, vintage Miz into the corner. Going for the wake up taunt time. Miz gonna be looking for a skull crushing finale. And he gets it. Skull crushing finale on Cesaro. Have we got a new champion? 1, 2, 3. And the Miz is our brand new WWE United States champion, defeating Antonio Cesaro in the opening contest of tonight's Elimination Chamber pay-per-view. What a great match to kick off the show. But do not forget, guys, bigger and better to come. We've got the 2 main championships on the line, being the World Heavyweight and the WWE, plus 2 huge chamber matches. Speaking of chamber matches, we're going to go to our first one of the evening. It is going to be Sheamus, Ryback and John Cena taking on the trio named as The Shield. I'm sure this match is going to be brutal. In case you guys aren't aware, we have made this an Elimination Chamber matchup in real life. As far as I'm aware, it's just going to be a standard 6-man tag, although Elimination Chamber has been rumoured, but as of yet there has been no official announcement. But because this is my pay-per-view, I want to make it that much more entertaining for you guys. So we're not going to be doing a regular 6-man tag. We're going to be doing an Elimination Chamber 6-man tag. And if you guys aren't quite aware how that works, basically 2 guys start the match off, 4 competitors remain in the pods, and then every minute or 2 after that, a random superstar enters the match before eventually all 6 men will be in the ring. And as far as pinfalls and submission goes, it's going to be elimination style, just like a regular Elimination Chamber match. So we're going to be seeing a number of pinfalls and submissions in this contest. Hopefully it's going to be very entertaining for you guys. I didn't mention it on the first match of the show, but on the second match, remember to let me know down in the comment section below who you think is going to win and why. If you're watching this as a single video, be sure to vote for your winner by going down to uploaders comments and either leaving a vote for the team of Ryback, Cena and Sheamus, or if you think the Shield are going to win, then leave a vote for the Shield. Or guys, if you're watching this as part of my full simulation pay-per-view, because any long-term followers of me will be aware that I do a big show as one big hour-and-a-half pay-per-view, then a couple of days later I split it up just that way, because before, when I've done just purely one big one, some subscribers have kind of complained that their video or their computer or their internet can't handle such long videos. So just to kind of make everyone happy and satisfy everyone, I do them as a big pay-per-view, because a lot of people do prefer the long videos. But then for the people who can't watch the long videos, I do separate it so you guys can watch every single match individually. But back into the show, we can see now Seth Rollins, Dean Ambrose, Roman Reigns, also known as the Shield, making their way to the ring. Only their second official match in the WWE. I'm sure this is going to be brutal. Of course, we go back to TLC and the Shield defeated the team of Team Hell No and Ryback, which was an awesome match at the time. That was a 6-man TLC match. At the time I wasn't exactly looking forward to the match going into the match, but once that match happened it was absolutely classic. So hopefully again in this Elimination Chamber match the Shield can really show the WWE audience that despite being rookies, these guys can get the job done, and they're going to be future mainstays and future world champions of the WWE. As you can see there guys, Sheamus and Reigns going to be kicking off this match. Like I said before, every minute or two after, another superstar is going to enter the match before eventually all 6 competitors will be officially in the ring. These two guys kind of similar in size. Obviously Sheamus with a huge experience advantage, though Sheamus hasn't exactly been in the WWE, you know, an incredible amount of time, but he is of course a multiple time WWE / World Heavyweight Champion. His most recent reign ending at the hands of the Big Show, now going back just a few months ago. Second competitor to enter the match, and it's going to be Ryback. So the Shield ironically are going to be outnumbered. Of course, as we've grown to know by the Shield, they tend to always work in their pact. It's not very often you see a Shield member on their own. They're always in the trio or maybe as a double. But in this contest, at least early on, the Shield are going to be outnumbered. It's going to be Ryback, Sheamus taking on Reigns early on, but Reigns fighting off the pressure with a belly-to-belly suplex onto Ryback. Sheamus can't help but just look on in the corner, now coming over to help his buddy Ryback. Ryback and Sheamus. I thought they're going to be going for a double team maneuver. It wasn't to be. Sheamus working on the legs, and I think we're not exactly too far away from another competitor entering the action. The only question is it going to be John Cena to complete the other team, or is it going to be another Shield member to come out and help Reigns, who's in trouble early on? And the Shield with more disadvantage now. The irony is incredible. John Cena entering the match. So as it stands, it is going to be 3-on-1 Sheamus, John Cena, Ryback taking on Reigns. Sheamus accidentally belly to belly a Ryback. Not quite sure what that was about, but it looks like all is forgiven. This 3-on-1 beatdown continues. I'm sure it's only a matter of time there before Dean Ambrose and Seth Rollins enter the match, maybe about a minute or so away. But the question is, in the meantime, is this beast of the Shield going to be managing to kind of not get pinned in that time or not submit? I guess we will see very shortly indeed. If I was John Cena, Sheamus or Ryback, I would definitely be trying to get the early pin to eliminate the big man of the group, but so far it looks like they're just going to be concentrating on dishing out some pain rather than going for the pin. And this match is going to continue with Dean Ambrose entering the match now. So it now goes to a 3-on-2 with Seth Rollins still in his chamber pod, about a minute or two from also entering the action. Dean Ambrose now going after John Cena, but John Cena taking Ambrose down with the Lufaz press. And meanwhile, Sheamus taking down Reigns once again with that big back body drop. Also Ryback there trying to get involved, and Reigns going for a running move. Sheamus the powerhouse, the Great White, not taking it. Spinning power slam. Big man on big man. On the other side of the ring, Dean Ambrose with a nice DDT, snapping Ryback's head down. Easy mistake to make there, but Dean Ambrose now going for white noise on Sheamus. Oh, Sheamus taken down to the mat. Ambrose in for the pin. 1. Only a 1 count by Dean Ambrose. Sheamus not going down to his own move. Finally, Seth Rollins entering the match. This match is now officially 3-on-3. John Cena with a nice suplex onto Reigns out of the corner. Meanwhile, Ryback and Seth Rollins going at it. Also, Sheamus now turning his attention to Rollins. But Rollins with a nice counter. Putting the Great White on the top rope. What is Rollins going to be going for? Hurricane Rana sending Sheamus into the centre of the ring. What a great match this has been. Oh, John Cena, top of the screen, sent headfirst into the glass. Dean Ambrose now definitely the more kind of insane member of the group, off the top of the chamber. Climbing up that still, dropping onto Cena. What a great performance by Dean Ambrose thus far in this contest. Taking the former world champion to score. Of course, John Cena, arguably one of the most successful competitors ever in WWE history. So anyone that can get the pin on John Cena, what a great rub that is going to be for one of these 3 young members of the Shield. John Cena finally getting to his feet, but Ryback and Sheamus aren't exactly doing too bad. Ryback taking Dean Ambrose in the corner of a couple of shoulder thrusts, but now Dean Ambrose to the knee to the face, and now it looks like he's going to be giving Ryback a couple of shoulders as well. Oh, followed up by a big knee. What a move by Dean Ambrose. Very talented, a former CZW champion, and if you guys don't know what that federation is, basically kind of think an even more violent version of ECW. If you guys thought that was even possible, not for everyone, but still, you can't take it away from him. A former world champion in that organisation. John Cena trying to get the submission. Broken up there by Dean Ambrose. This match does continue. Kind of hard to follow. Plenty of action in the ring. Of course, there's been no pins or submissions as of yet. Oh, Roman Reigns taken down by the Doctor of Thugonomics, or shall I say the former Doctor of Thugonomics. Dean Ambrose attempting to take Sheamus to school, not exactly working too well. Meanwhile, John Cena, 5-knuckle shuffle, you can't see me, down. Fist first onto Roman Reigns' head. Cena going for the pin, not even a 1 count. Seth Rollins breaking that up. Wise move by Seth Rollins, doing the right thing in regards to his team. Dean Ambrose, 2nd time in this match, white noise under Sheamus. Ambrose going for the pin. 1. Again, only a 1 count. The Great White showing amazing fight early on in this contest, kicking out of his finishing move, not once but twice. Dean Ambrose, top rope. Oh, going for a nice fist drop onto Sheamus onto the outside again, but only another 1 count. Oh, but Sheamus into the glass, but completely no selling it, sending Dean Ambrose into the still. Right back with a nice delayed vertical suplex. Meanwhile, Sheamus, surely not. Sheamus with a high cross onto Dean Ambrose on the still into the cover. 1, 2, only a 2 count. Dean Ambrose somehow finding the way to kick out at that amazing high cross on the steel. In the ring though, right back, a nice spinning power slam onto young Seth Rollins. Into a submission maneuver. Is Seth gonna tap? No, Seth showing great power, sending Ryback over the front. And now Ryback turning his attention back to the biggest member of the Shield, Roman Reigns. Oh, Cena the roll up. 1, 2, only 1.5. Cena not quite getting the 2 count. You can see that Ryback and Sheamus now double gutbuster onto Dean Ambrose. And this match continues. No pinfalls or submissions yet. But Ryback wake up taunt. It could be good night for Dean Ambrose. He hits it. Into the cover. Kicking out straight away. Possibly by instinct by Dean Ambrose. Not quite sure. He knows exactly where he is after taking Ryback's finisher. Ryback continuing going to work. But now turning his attention back. Oh, belly to belly. Where's Dean Ambrose going? Dean Ambrose now on top of the chamber pod. Oh, changing his mind, jumping off because he can see his team potentially in trouble. As I'm saying that, Seth Rollins going for the pin on Cena, but Cena kicking out more or less straight away. Ambrose out continuing his assault on Ryback, the biggest member of the opposing team. But Sheamus, no small man himself, nice spinning power slam to Seth Rollins, the youngest member of the Shield. It seems like nobody can get a pin in this contest so far. It continues, all 6 men still in the match. But I'm sure it's only a matter of time before we're seeing our first elimination. Cena nearly eliminated by Dean Ambrose. Sheamus coming in at the last second, just about making the save. Roman Reigns again showing amazing strength and power, taking Ryback down with that nice power slam into the cover. But once again, Ryback kicking out. These 6 men leaving it all in the ring. Move after move. None of these competitors will stay down. Another belly to belly by the Great White. Oh, Seth Rollins in trouble. Cena going for the AA attitude adjustment to Seth Rollins. But Cena into the cover. 1. Only a 1 count. Seth Rollins kicking out of an attitude adjustment. Somehow, some way. I've got no idea how these guys are carrying on. But, oh, Dean Ambrose with his variation of the white noise for the 3rd time onto Sheamus, surely enough. Oh, I think it would have been enough that time if it wasn't for John Cena breaking on that pin attempt. Dean Ambrose got Sheamus on the top rope. Nice deep arm drag off the top rope into the centre of the ring. But Ambrose not going for the cover. Again, sending Sheamus onto the outside of the ring, onto the steel. Definitely a dangerous place to be for both these competitors. Oh, as Sheamus is sent face first into the glass of the chamber pod. And again for the 2nd consecutive time. Followed up by a running knee hit to Sheamus. 1, 2, 3. Sheamus. Oh, actually, I think that was Roman Reigns getting the pinfall on Ryback. And now Dean Ambrose getting the pin on Sheamus, it looks like. Yes, it is. So Sheamus and Ryback in back-to-back pinfalls. So this match in a matter of seconds has fallen down to a 3-on-1 contest. The Shield being Dean Ambrose, Seth Rollins and Roman Reigns taking on the one sole survivor of the opposing team, John Cena. And it looks like Cena might not be lasting for too much longer. Oh, another move. Dean Ambrose hitting his signature move. Vintage Ambrose on John Cena. Seth Rollins picking the scraps. 2, 3. Seth Rollins picking up the final pinfall on John Cena. And that means the Shield have defeated Ryback, Sheamus and John Cena without even having a single member of their team eliminated. What a huge victory for these 3 young competitors. A bright future ahead, I'm sure, as far as these 3 Shield members go in the WWE, possibly future world champions. Nevertheless, huge victory tonight. What a victory by the Shield. But we're going to be moving on, and the matches are getting bigger and better. It is going to be Alberto Del Rio defending his World Heavyweight Championship against the former champion, The Big Show. And just for fun, guys, we have made this match Extreme Rules. rules, as far as I'm aware in real life, this match is going to be a regular match, but for your own entertainment and mine, I thought we'd make it Extreme Rules, just to kind of add some excitement to the match. So that's exactly what it's going to be. Alberto Del Rio defending his World Heavyweight Championship that he's held now for a couple of months since originally defeating the Big Show in that Last Man Standing match on Friday Night SmackDown, and once again defending his belt against the 7'2", 500-pound monster the Big Show, this time at the Elimination Chamber and this time in an Extreme Rules match. Alberto Del Rio making his way to the ring, the current reigning and defending World Heavyweight Champion, about to get into the ring now in some new nice white ring gear. And we're only seconds away from the Big Show making his entrance. The fans absolutely loving Alberto Del Rio tonight. Huge chants from the crowd. The crowd loving Del Rio. I'm not quite sure they're going to be quite as fond of the Big Show. The Big Show now, the heel of this match, making his way to the ring. The former world champion, also a former WWE champion. The Big Show has done it all in this business. He is a former WCW, WWF and even ECW champion. Few men have managed what the Big Show's done in his career. An absolute legend as far as pro wrestling goes, and the Big Show looking to add that world championship onto his long list of achievements. But Del Rio will be no pushover. Obviously these two guys have gone on it previously a couple of times in recent memory alone. 2 Last Man Standing matches, both won by Alberto Del Rio. But Extreme Rules tonight, guys, a similar match but not quite the same. Pinfalls or submissions do count, but there is no disqualifications. Weapons are encouraged, and we will see exactly what these two guys can put on tonight. The Big Show starting off though, large in and charged that huge meat cleaver like shot to Del Rio, but now Del Rio backing out of the ring more or less straight away. Not that you can blame him. Big punch to the gut. Again, Big Show blocking a punch down by Del Rio, throwing Del Rio into the guardrail. Oh, ducked by Del Rio though. Spins the Big Show around, sending the Big Show anywhere but near him. But these two guys locking up. Oh, Del Rio with his newfound fans throwing Big Show's face headfirst into that guitar. Oh, followed up by a big chair shot by Del Rio. Now throwing that chair into the ring, but what is he going after now? It looks like a table. Del Rio bringing the table into play. Remember guys, this match is Extreme Rules. This of course the final pay-per-view before WrestleMania, so the question has got to be, who is going to be entering WrestleMania as the world champion? Is it going to be the Big Show, or is it going to be Alberto Del Rio? And then coming up after this match, or shortly after, we've got the SmackDown Elimination Chamber, where 6 guys are going to go at it to face the winner of this match at WrestleMania. What a great match that's going to be coming up though. This match definitely starting off with a slow pace. Both guys just slowly getting their weapons into the ring. So far we've got a Big Show now bringing the hammer in. We've also got a table, a chair. Referee running on that side of the ring. I'm not quite sure what the referee's thinking. Oh, a Big Show bulldog onto Del Rio, taking the world champion down. Now Big Show fired up. Couple of clotheslines. Irish whip into the corner. Oh, big butt bump off the ropes. Oh, on a body splash by the 500-pound giant into the pin. 1, 2. Oh, nearly getting the 3 count. Big Show only a split second away from once again becoming the World Heavyweight Champion. But Del Rio, the current champion, starting to fight back now. Irish whip into the clothesline, taking the giant down. Del Rio showing the Big Show exactly what he thinks of him, and now working on that arm. Oh, Del Rio once again on the arm. Of course, Del Rio's finisher maneuver, that cross arm bar, one of the most deadliest submissions in pro wrestling history, so Del Rio is going to be softening that arm up all match long, I'm sure, to get ready for that finisher. But in saying that, he's now going after the leg. Del Rio on the top rope, elbow drop onto the Big Show, who had his leg wrapped up in that steel chair. I'm not quite sure that went as well as Del Rio would have liked, as we resume the match now, and Big Show in control, stretching Del Rio and throwing Del Rio to the mat. Both men though back to their feet, locking up once more. Big Show this time in control, but Del Rio just like that showing great agility. Again going straight back to that arm of the Big Show. Of course, if Del Rio can take out that arm, that takes away two big moves by the Big Show. If the Big Show's got trouble with his arms, that restricts the Big Show from doing the WMD and of course the chokeslam. Big Show's two signature maneuvers, but so far, oh, Del Rio flying high in the air, a big back body drop by the 7-footer, but he ducks it and now into the cross arm bar. Del Rio's finisher maneuver, vintage Del Rio with that cross arm bar locked in. Is the Giant going to tap out? Big Show struggling. Oh, but in the end, Del Rio has to break the hold. Del Rio showing some nice power, nice big clothesline, taking the 7-foot Giant down. Another chair shot with Big Show. If anything, it looks like he's pissed the Big Show off. Big Show back to his feet, doesn't quite know where he is, but he definitely doesn't look too happy. But again, Del Rio surprising a lot of us, taking the Big Show down. The Big Show not getting in, nowhere near enough offense as I thought he would in this contest. Del Rio now looking to end this one, placing the Giant on that table. Now Del Rio going top rope, maybe going for a body splash of sorts, but Del Rio not quite quick enough. The Giant showing a little bit of speed there. Oh, Del Rio in a bad place, going for a double axe handle, countered by the Big Show into the chokeslam through the table. The Big Show countering that double axe handle with that chokeslam through the table, and we could be seeing a brand new world champion crown, but the Big Show wasting too much time with a taunt, allowing Del Rio to just about slide out of the ring. But ladies and gentlemen, you can see Del Rio is in a bad way, barely able to walk, holding his head. He's got issues as well with his neck and his back. Del Rio though doing everything he can just for a few seconds to get away from the big man, just to try and get some of that pain away. Oh, Del Rio though playing possum. Big Show following Del Rio into the ring. Oh, Del Rio just like that, cross arm bar locked in. The Big Show close to the ropes. Is the Big Show gonna tap? Oh, he is. Despite the chokeslam through the table, Del Rio playing possum, catching the Big Show with that cross arm bar. Del Rio successfully retaining his World Heavyweight Championship. Del Rio going to WrestleMania, it seems. Oh, spoke too soon maybe. Mr. Money in the Bank Dolph Ziggler making his way to the ring, and it looks like Ziggler is finally going to be cashing in his Money in the Bank briefcase. And it's official, this match is underway. Dolph Ziggler versus Alberto Del Rio. Del Rio's World Championship on the line. Del Rio just been through a grueling match only about a minute ago. Was chokeslam through that table. Countered by Del Rio into the corner. Going for an enziguri kick, but Ziggler ducks out of the way, spins him round, zigzag onto Del Rio. 1, 2, 3. Oh, Del Rio somehow kicking out. Dolph Ziggler looks pissed. Strong Irish whip across the ring. Spins him around. A second zigzag. Surely this one's over. 1, 2, 3. And Dolph Ziggler finally cashing in. And to the internet's delight, I'm sure, Dolph Ziggler is our brand new World Heavyweight Champion. But it took two zigzags to take the former champion Del Rio down for the free. After going through a grueling match with the Big Show, Dolph Ziggler doing what he does best, coming out, taking advantage of the situation, finally cashing in and finally becoming World Heavyweight Champion. It looks like Dolph Ziggler going to WrestleMania. The question is now, who is going to be facing Dolph Ziggler at WrestleMania? Is it going to be Daniel Bryan, Mark Henry, Chris Jericho, Kane, Jack Swagger or Randy Orton? Well guys, coming up now we have got the 6-man Elimination Chamber match, and out of those 6 guys, the winner of this match is going to be going to WrestleMania to face the world champion. Now, as we just saw, the current champion being Dolph Ziggler, so presumably the winner of this match is going to be facing Dolph Ziggler at WrestleMania with SmackDown's World Heavyweight Championship on the line. This chamber match, of course, has 6 competitors. 2 competitors are going to start the contest. The first competitor out is going to be Daniel Bryan, so Daniel Bryan is going to be starting this match, and Daniel Bryan is going to be starting this contest with, we're about to find out, Randy Orton. So Randy Orton and Daniel Bryan are going to be kicking off this contest with the other 4 competitors locked in those chamber pods, and every minute or 2 thereafter, each time a chamber is going to be unlocked and a new superstar is going to enter the match, until eventually there is going to be 5 eliminations which can be done by either pinfall or submission, and we're going to end up with 1 winner, and that 1 winner is going to go on to WrestleMania to get a World Heavyweight Championship match in the main event. Randy Orton looking confident. Randy has been in a couple of these Elimination Chamber matches previously, so definitely has the experience factor. Daniel Bryan though was in an Elimination Chamber match only last year, so Daniel Bryan no stranger to the Elimination Chamber either. Randy Orton now just about finishing his entrance, and this match in just a few seconds is going to be underway. And it is Daniel Bryan, Randy Orton kicking off this contest. You can see in the pods we've got Mark Henry, Jack Swagger, Kane and Chris Jericho all waiting to get a piece of the action. Nevertheless, Orton and Daniel Bryan starting it off, both men centre of the ring locking up. Orton now regaining a little bit of control, wrapping Daniel Bryan's arm up, but Daniel Bryan, the technical master, full of skill, getting out of that move. Irish whip now, sending Orton across the ring into the turnbuckle. Oh, nice Daniel Bryan, vintage dropkick in the corner. But Randy fighting back now in typical style, but so is Daniel Bryan. Daniel Bryan will not give in. One of the most exciting in-ring performers we have got in the whole of the WWE. Will definitely never give in and will fight until the very end. Oh, Chris Jericho now entering the match. Chris Jericho, who of course returned last month at the Royal Rumble. Jericho would love to get one more shot at Dolph Ziggler and would love to be in the main event at WrestleMania once again. Jericho with a nice start to the match with a nice double body splash into the corner. Daniel Bryan and Randy Orton piled up, and now Jericho bringing Bryan to his feet. We saw Daniel Bryan and Chris Jericho go at it just the other night on Raw, with Chris Jericho that time coming out on top. That was how Jericho managed to get into this contest. Oh, neck breaker, taking Jericho down once again. Daniel Bryan again, what's he going for? A nice delayed vertical suplex that time. And you can hear the crowd. In 3 seconds we've got a new guy coming into this match. Who's it going to be? Oh, the big red machine, Kane. Do not forget, Kane and Daniel Bryan together, collectively known as Team Hell No, are the current tag team champions. It's going to be interesting to see whether Team Hell No go at it or if they are going to team up until the end. So far these two not exactly coming into interaction with one another. Chris Jericho, Daniel Bryan one side of the ring, Randy Orton and Kane the other side of the ring. Of course Randy Orton and Kane having that feud only the other year, so these two guys no strangers to each other at all. That big match they had at WrestleMania, not to mention that hardcore match they had the following month at Extreme Rules. Kane so far getting the early hand, upper hand. Oh, Randy Orton going for the right. Choke slam by Kane. Onto Randy Orton. Kane into the cover. 1, 2. The Big Red Machine not doing nowhere near enough to keep the Viper down. The next competitor entering the match, and it's going to be Jack Swagger. As I'm saying that, Randy Orton with a vintage DDT off the middle rope onto the Big Red Machine. But the Big Red Machine, you're not going to keep him down that easily. Kicking out after only a 1 count. So even though it's early on, we've already got 5 competitors in this match. Only 1 man left to be released from his chamber. That man being Mark Henry, who you can see now in the top right hand corner of the screen. The biggest and strongest man in this entire contest. Of course, Mark Henry only recently coming back from that big layoff where the world's strongest man suffered from a couple of injuries. But it looks like Mark Henry is back, bigger and badder than ever before. So it's going to be interesting to see what Mark Henry brings to this match. Jack Swagger hitting his powerbomb on Randy Orton, but only getting a 2 count, and the Viper kicking out. Here we go. Mark Henry now officially into this match. All 6 competitors are now legal. Every person is involved. Jericho, you can see on the bottom hand of the screen. On the top now, climbing onto the chamber. What is Y2J thinking? Just surveying the carnage down below. Oh, he doesn't see Kane. Kane sneaking up, sending Y2J off the top of the pod, followed up by an elbow drop. But Y2J, what a nice reversal into the code breaker. Oh, not going for the cover, going for the walls of Jericho. I'm not quite sure Kane has suffered enough damage on the legs yet to tap out to that maneuver, and it isn't to be. The Big Red Machine throwing Jericho out of that move, and this match continues with all 6 men legal. Oh, DDT, reverse DDT should I say, onto Mark Henry on the still. Of course, this is our 2nd Elimination Chamber match of the evening. Just a couple of matches ago, we witnessed the Shield, that being Dean Ambrose, Roman Reigns and Seth Rollins, defeating the gigantic team of Ryback, John Cena and the Great White Sheamus. The question is, now we're in the 2nd Elimination Chamber match of the night, who is going to be winning this match and who is going to be going on to WrestleMania to face the World Heavyweight Champion? So far, it looks like it's not going to be Jack Swagger or Randy Orton. Randy Orton sent flying down hard onto Jack Swagger. Oh, Bryan in trouble maybe. Only a 1 count that time. Mark Henry not doing nowhere near enough to keep Daniel Bryan down. Oh, but this could do it. World's strongest slam onto Daniel Bryan. He was the first guy in this match. Daniel Bryan could be the first guy out of the match. 1, 2, 3. Mark Henry via the world's strongest slam has eliminated Daniel Bryan, and Jack Swagger could be next. Oh, Jack Swagger sent flying with that super fall away slam by Mark Henry. Wake up torn by Henry, and another world's strongest slam into the pin. 1, 2, 3. Mark Henry with an amazing start, already eliminating Jack Swagger and Daniel Bryan. Mark Henry was the last guy officially who entered this contest with 2 eliminations already. As I'm saying that, Chris Jericho taking Randy to school, sending Randy into both sides of the glass. And now Walls of Jericho time. Of course, Randy Orton was the 2nd competitor in this match, locked into the Walls of Jericho on the outside of the ring, but it's still legal. Is Randy Orton going to tap out to the Walls of Jericho? Jericho getting close. Randy Orton no choice but to tap out to the Walls of Jericho, and this 6-man elimination match has now turned down into a 3-way. Kane, Mark Henry, Chris Jericho. Out of these 3 competitors, who is going to be going to WrestleMania? We will find out at the conclusion of this match, but this match continues. The Big Red Machine putting Mark Henry on the top rope. Surely not. What power was shown by Kane, a huge choke slam off that top rope. And now Jericho with the Lion Tamer. The Walls of Jericho locked into Mark Henry, but Mark Henry way too strong. sending Jericho for the ride, powering out that submission move with absolute ease. The Big Red Machine though taking over again with a nice spinning back body drop onto the world's strongest man into the cover. Only a 1 count though. There's no keeping Mark Henry down. It's going to take a lot more than a side slam to keep Henry down. Rear chin lock applied. I can't see Henry tapping out to this move, but it could definitely wear the big man down. Jericho just at the side of the screen now, just looking on, letting these two behemoths go at it. Wise strategy by Y2J, trying to keep out of the action as much as possible. Of course, Y2J out of these three competitors has been in the match for longest, so that spinning neck break onto Henry, but Henry, that dirty eye rake, but running straight in to another spinning neck breaker. But this time the Big Red Machine going after Y2J. These two guys have had a history. Back in 2000, these two guys had a feud leading into Armageddon 2000 after the Y2J accidentally spilled a coffee on Kane, which basically ended up being an all-out brawl between the pair, leading up to a really good match at Armageddon. But nevertheless, that was a long time ago. That was 13 years ago now. Kind of crazy to think about it. We're in 2013, we're at Elimination Chamber, and Jericho showing amazing strength, powerbombing down Mark Henry. Walls of Jericho once again applied with the knee into the back of Henry, the classic Walls of Jericho, but kicking out of it. But Jericho now could be in trouble. These two huge men teaming up, it seems. Gorilla press slam, sending Y2J down to the mat. But Kane once again on Mark Henry with that spinning backbreaker. Boston Crab. Jericho taunting it out centre of the ring as Mark Henry writhing in pain. But once again the world's strongest man spinning out of that move. It's going to take a hell of a lot to keep this man down. Another counter by Mark Henry with his own taunt to the fans. The world's strongest man could be going to WrestleMania, but not if Kane and Y2J have anything to do with it. I rake that time, and now it looks like Kane is going to be double teamed by the world's strongest man and Y2J. But I can't imagine that double teaming lasting too long. Jericho following that move up with a clothesline and now showing Kane what he thinks of him. A couple of kicks to the Big Red Machine. Mark Henry now taking over. World's strongest slam coming up. No, Kane, what power by the Big Red Machine, the former world champion, but walking in to a code breaker. And now the Walls of Jericho locked in again on Kane. But Kane, for what feels like the dozenth time, rolling out of the Walls of Jericho. Jericho writhing in pain on the mat. Kane signaling a choke slam, but a spear by Mark Henry. A 450-pound spear on the Big Red Machine. 2, 3. Mark Henry has taken out the Big Red Machine. Mark Henry getting his third elimination of the contest. So far, Mark Henry has eliminated Kane, Daniel Bryan and Jack Swagger. Of course, the other elimination being Randy Orton, which came in the hands of Y2J and the Walls of Jericho. Oh, Mark Henry being sent into both panes of glass and a nice German suplex on the steel. Jericho now climbing the side of the Elimination Chamber. Is he going to dive down onto the big man? No, Mark Henry surprisingly following Jericho, possibly pulling Jericho off, or maybe Jericho slipped. Mark Henry followed Jericho down, splatting Jericho like a bug, and now both men back to their feet. Y2J now. Tiger suplex into the pin. 1. Only a 1 count. Mark Henry kicking out after 1 from that Tiger suplex. And spins Y2J straight into a belly to belly powerbomb coming up. Oh, the Ayatollah of Rock and Roller with a nice counter, sending Henry face first back down to the steel flooring. Oh, but there's no keeping this behemoth down. The world's strongest man again going for the powerbomb, but for the second consecutive time, Y2J countering that move into the DDT. Y2J and Mark Henry, both competitors, back into the ring. Oh, Jericho finding the strength with a back body drop onto the world's strongest man. Jericho now going to the top of the Elimination Chamber pod, diving off, but Mark Henry splatting Jericho away. Henry now, world's strongest slam onto Y2J. This one is over. Mark Henry going to WrestleMania. 1, 2. Oh, Jericho kicking out after 2, straight in to a code breaker. What's Y2J thinking? Not going for the cover. Oh, lion salt. Is he going for the cover now? Oh no, going for the water, Jericho, but a low blow by Mark Henry. And now Jericho finding himself in a bear hug. Oh, but Jericho finding his way out of it. Kick to the gut of Henry. Off the ropes for a nice moonsault. Jericho once again. Oh, for the 3rd time in this contest, Jericho going to the top of the cell, but this time connecting. Jericho with that drop kick off the top of the Elimination Chamber, but Mark Henry reverses the Irish whip. Oh, big clothesline. Do not forget, guys, Jericho only just returned this past month, so Jericho probably got a little bit of ring rust left in him. Then again, the same could be said for Mark Henry, who only returned a couple of weeks ago on Raw. Henry now, that huge frame, squeezing the life out of Y2J, but Y2J once again getting out of it. Couple of punches, couple of chops, but Mark Henry reverses his Irish whip. Oh, a power slam, but not any power slam, a power slam by the world's strongest man. Jericho will just not give in. Hit to the midsection. Oh, going for a nice move, but Mark Henry into the atomic drop, and now Mark. Oh, but Mark gets countered by Y2J into the snapmare. Irish whip off the ropes. Henry goes. Oh, another nice back body drop by Y2J. A couple of cocky kicks to the face. Jericho clearly feeling like he is a man in charge. But as soon as Jericho is thinking that, Mark Henry into another submission maneuver, but again Jericho the headbutt to the chin of Henry, fighting out of it. This match back and forth. These two guys have been going at it now for a long time. These two competitors leaving it all in the ring, and as I'm saying that, Mark Henry with a huge splash to Y2J. Oh, Y2J with a moonsault, but Henry splatting him away like a fly. Again, these two competitors locking up. Another power slam. Jericho once again sending Henry away. Oh, dragon screw. Jericho now doing the right thing. A nice strategy by Y2J. Going to work on the legs of the world's strongest man. Of course, when you're a man the size of Mark Henry, you rely extra on those legs to keep your weight. And now Jericho going to work on those legs 3 or 4 times. But once again, for the 2nd time in this match, Mark Henry with a low blow. Now Henry gaining control again. Another Irish whip. Missed that clothesline, but did not miss that clubbing blow to the back of Jericho. But Jericho spins him around. Oh, throws Henry back onto the steel on the outside of the ring. Jericho going top rope. Oh, going for a clothesline. Put the world's strongest man moving out of the way. Oh, Henry finally connecting with that jackknife powerbomb. And now he's going to go for that single leg crab, a move made famous by former WWE, WCW and ECW superstar Lance Storm. But Henry obviously not doing it quite as well as Storm did, as Jericho kicking out with ease. For those of you that aren't aware, Jericho and Storm actually good friends in real life. Former tag team back in the independent days, known as the Thrill Seekers. A little bit of trivia for you guys there. But this match does continue. Oh, big headbutt. More clubbing blows by Mark Henry. Kick to the gut. and a gorilla press slam. A place Jericho does not want to be. Jericho dropping face and chest first onto that steel grating once again. Henry going for another jackknife. Oh, but Jericho into a DDT. These two guys have got to be exhausted. What a match we have witnessed. Oh, Jericho going for the enziguri, but Mark Henry ducking it back into the arm lock. Oh, throwing Y2J. And this match continues now on the other side of the ring. Henry again on the back of Y2J again and again. Y2J is on the receiving end of a number of punches, but a nice enziguri now. Jericho trying to fight back, throwing Henry back into the ring. Y2J following him in. Henry there reverses that Irish whip. Is he going to go for a splash? No, he's going to go for a shoulder thrust, but Jericho reversing the second one. Henry in a place he does not want to be on the top rope, and Jericho with that springboard drop kick taking the big man down once again. Jericho on the top rope. What's he going to be going for? Punch to Mark Henry. Oh, what a move. A spinning forearm smash, taking the 450-pound world's strongest man down to the mat once again. The end could be near for Mark Henry. Oh, backbreaker by Y2J. This match still continues. What a match this has been. We've been going back and forth now for a hell of a long time. Jericho going for his signature double arm backbreaker. Oh, but Henry into the Samoan drop. What a counter. Into the headlock once again. But Jericho showing great strength, but not as much strength as Mark Henry, sending Jericho once again back onto the steel. Face first into the steel though Mark Henry goes. Y2J back into the ring. Mark Henry following suit. Once again Y2J going for that springboard moonsault. Not connecting once again though. Henry spinning Y2J around into the turnbuckle. Going for a splash and connects. A 450-man splashing a much smaller man in the corner. Y2J has got to be hurting. And to make it even worse, once again Henry throwing Y2J back onto that steel grate on the outside of the ring. But you cannot deny Y2J showing some amazing fight in this contest. Keeps fighting back time after time now. Irish whip. But Henry again, you cannot get away from the fact this man is just so strong. He has got a counter for every single move. But so is Y2J. Arm breaker that time. After Henry was going for his world's strongest slam. Oh, code breaker out of nowhere. Y2J the code breaker out of nowhere. Oh, he's not finished though. Oh, into the Lion Salt, into the cover. Is this match finally going to be over? 1, 2, 3. Y2J picking up a gigantic win after an epic Elimination Chamber match. And guys, it is official. WrestleMania 29 coming in April for the World Heavyweight Championship. It is going to be Chris Jericho challenging the World Champion Dolph Ziggler. That huge SummerSlam rematch from last year. Ziggler, Y2J, going to be happening. WrestleMania 29 coming up. What a match I'm sure that is going to be. Speaking of Ziggler, here he is with a face-to-face showdown with Y2J, of course accompanied by AJ Lee. Jericho and Ziggler now. Oh, we could be getting some early WrestleMania action. Jericho now approaching Ziggler on the entrance right. Referee trying to hold Jericho back, and now security trying to get between these two men, but security cannot hold Jericho back. Jericho with a shot, Ziggler with a shot, and that is going to be an amazing match coming up at WrestleMania. But we are backstage. We can see the WWE Champion The Rock. And that only means one thing. It is time for the main event of the evening. It is going to be the WWE Champion, the Great One, The Rock, defending that championship against the former champion CM Punk. And what a great event this is going to be to close out an amazing pay-per-view we've had this evening. The Rock, of course, winning that championship at the Royal Rumble last month. After CM Punk held that championship for a record number of days, the longest reigning WWE champion of the modern era with ease. But The Rock, the first man to the ring, championship in hand, the fans going absolutely wild for the Great One. Probably the most popular guy we've got on the roster, and he is going to be facing one of the most unpopular guys on the roster, at least as far as casual fans go. And here he is, the challenger, the former WWE champion. He's also a former World Heavyweight champion, former Tag Team champion, former IC champion, former Ring of Honor champion. CM Punk has done it all in this business. But he is looking to add another reign of WWE champion to his already impressive resume. Being accompanied by Paul Heyman, who we can see just over the shoulder of CM Punk. I'm sure Heyman is going to be a factor in this contest. Paul Heyman though, waving his client on, I'm sure CM Punk has got a great chance of once again becoming the WWE champion. And we are only moments away from Rock versus CM Punk for the second time ever. Once again, WWE Championship on the line. The Rock coming out on top at the Rumble, but is it going to be CM Punk's turn to come out on top here tonight at the Elimination Chamber? We are going to find out as the WWE Championship graphic is on the screen right now, guys. Just confirming this match is going to be for the title. And we are underway. The Rock with the early advantage, wrapping that armor, but CM Punk showing his technical skill as the crowd chant Rocky. The power advantage definitely goes to the Great One, but I would definitely give the speed and technical skill advantage to CM Punk. Much more of a technical kind of style, submission style, whereas the Rock is going to be hard hitting and straight to the point. Oh, an early Samoan drop by the WWE champion, taking the challenger down, but CM Punk straight back in the Rock's face with that drop kick, a quick Irish whip. Oh, signature double knee to the WWE champion's chin. Another shot to the chin with that big knee. A mixed start from both competitors, but at the moment the Rock regaining control, snapping that neck down, that snap neck breaker. Of course, in previous months, including at the Royal Rumble, the Shield has come to the aid of CM Punk. But we have been told the Shield are definitely not going to interfere in this contest, so this contest should be strictly one-on-one despite Paul Heyman being at ringside. Oh, diving spear off the turnbuckle. Spinning Rocky around, Irish whip. Ducks down under. Oh, another kick to the jaw of the Great One, but the Rock, possibly adrenaline fueled, straight to his feet, but that time blocking off the chop with an elbow of his own to CM Punk's face. And now the Great One firing shot after shot back to that arm, locking that arm up, sending Punk into the corner and a punch. Oh, another clothesline. Like I was saying, nothing too kind of technical with the Rock. It is just going to be smash mouth, hard hitting, straight to the point. We can see Paul Heyman once again on the apron as the Rock connects with a second Samoan drop. Off the ropes. Oh, going for a third drop kick. The Rock though ducking it, kick to the gut, into the headlock, but CM Punk. Oh, but Rocky again. The Rock showing why he is WWE champion. Another shot to the jaw of Punk, going for a follow-up. Oh, but CM Punk with that spinning forearm smash off the ropes, taking him down with a springboard clothesline. Followed up by a nice leg drop by the so-called best in the world, but the Great One this time countering that move again. These two men locking up very, very even early on as the Rock hits a variation of a neck breaker onto the knee of the Great One, Another elbow drop. Do not forget to let me know, guys, down in the comment section below, if you're watching this as part of my full pay-per-view simulation. Let me know your full pay-per-view predictions, and if you can get 100%, then you will get a shout out / mention on the next pay-per-view video, which of course is going to be WrestleMania. Speaking of WrestleMania, the winner of this match, you have to presume, will enter Mania as the champion. So at the moment it's looking like The Rock. We already know who the challenger is going to be, because the winner of last month's Royal Rumble was of course John Cena for the second time in his illustrious career. So currently it's looking like The Rock, Cena 2 at WrestleMania, but if CM Punk is able to win this match, then we will once again be seeing CM Punk taking on John Cena. Of course we've seen that match many times previously, but that match never fails to disappoint. So if we do see CM Punk John Cena at WrestleMania, then despite the fact that we've seen it before, I'm sure that match is going to be a classic, and that these two guys can take their matches to the next level at Mania. But in saying that, The Rock is the current champion, so The Rock wins this contest, and that is going to be confirming Rock versus Cena number 2. Of course, number 1 happening last year at WrestleMania, where The Rock defeated John Cena thanks to a rock bottom. Going to be interesting to see if the WWE want to see Rock versus Cena 2, but this time it's going to be arguably bigger than before, as the WWE Championship is going to be on the line. But that is going to be WrestleMania, guys. We're at the Elimination Chamber. The Rock, CM Punk, WWE Championship on the line. A very even back and forth contest as CM Punk sends Rock for the ride into the fast-paced scoop slam. Oh, but The Rock pushing CM Punk away again. Big clothesline, taking the challenger down. And now Rock going straight after the arm of CM Punk. Paul Heyman though on the outside of the ring, putting the feet of the Great One. And The Rock going straight out after Paul Heyman. Oh, but back in the ring, straight in. It looks like he's going to hit it. GTS on The Rock. Thanks to a distraction by Paul Heyman. 1, 2, oh, not even a 2 count. The Rock filled with pure adrenaline, kicking out of that GTS. Obviously not The Rock's nap time just yet, but there is still plenty of time to go in this contest. Boston Crab. Again though, Paul Heyman on the apron, distracting The Rock. Definitely a big advantage to CM Punk in regards to Heyman being at ringside. Referee there looks like he could be losing his patience with Heyman. I'm sure if Heyman interferes a couple more times, then Paul Heyman is going to be sent backstage. As we saw The Rock go head first into that turnbuckle, and now he's walked straight in to a nice vertical delayed suplex by the best in the world. CM Punk with a nice suplex. Now Punk going top rope. Oh, but Punk delaying it. Good speed by The Rock. Throwing Punk down again, and now Rock's turn with a big knee to the face of Punk into the cover. 1. Only a 1 count that time. CM Punk nowhere near softened up enough yet. Oh, but Rock though into the abdominal stretch, but once again Heyman on ringside. Another distraction, allowing CM Punk to get out of that move. And again another big kick to the face of the Great One as The Rock is sent head first. Oh, and going for an elbow drop, but The Rock diving out of the way. CM Punk crashing and burning. This match continues on the outside of the ring. The referee is not counting. This match does have disqualifications, but the referee showing a bit of leeway, not counting out either of these competitors. CM Punk in a bad situation. CM Punk on the announce table with The Rock in control. I thought we were going to see a rock bottom, but we didn't. We saw a DDT. A DDT onto the former WWE champion. The former champion that is commanding respect from the WWE universe. And if CM Punk is to regain that respect, then you've got to think Punk has got to be defeating the Great One tonight with the WWE Championship, winning that championship for a second time in Punk's career. Or should I say the third time in his career? I think The Rock going for a GTS. Oh, what a counter by Punk. Of course, Punk's own move, so Punk knows the best way out of it. Followed up by a double arm backbreaker. Vintage CM Punk. This match does have the disqualification, so I'm not quite sure what CM Punk's thinking. Throwing that steel chair now into the ring. Possibly a tactic by Punk, maybe. The Rock looks a little bit confused. The Rock doesn't quite know what exactly Punk is thinking, but The Rock nevertheless following Punk to the ring. Punk with that steel chair. Oh, but The Rock kicking Punk in the gut before Punk could use it. Rock with a wake-up taunt. Oh, it's time. Rock bottom. Rock bottom onto CM Punk into the cover. Oh, only a 2 count. CM Punk kicking out after a long 2 count. Referee now getting rid of the steel chairs. Still not quite sure what Punk is thinking with that. Maybe Punk has something in mind, but I guess we will never know. This match continues. A couple of kicks and a big one to finish off the Great One. The Great One down to the mat once again. CM Punk again though with that steel chair. He's clearly got something in mind. Bringing one chair back into the ring. Oh, The Rock though, grabbing the chair before Punk could use it. Oh, The Rock turned to put that chair out of the ring. CM Punk going for a sneak attack, but The Rock, the veteran, too wise for that. Centre of the ring once again. Punk back on that arm, locking it up. Gutbuster by Punk. They're now pulling Rocky centre of the ring. Punk going top rope. He's going to go for an elbow drop. No. Oh, he's going for an unconventional moonsault. We do not see CM Punk do that move very often. We only see him pull that move out on special occasions, and it cannot get much more special than the Elimination Chamber pay-per-view. Punk versus Rock. WWE Championship on the line. Going for a drop kick, but The Rock ducks it into a clothesline. But the Punk again. Oh, but Rock reversing the Irish whip. Punk now trapped in the corner. Oh, but getting out of it. But the Great One again. But Punk ducking it. Oh, nice combination of moves into the GTS on Rock for the second time in this contest. And now going for the Anaconda Vice. Anaconda Vice locked in on the Great One. Is the WWE Champion going to tap out? And is Punk once again going to regain that championship that he lost at the Royal Rumble? We're going to find out in a couple of seconds as the Great One writhing in pain. CM Punk locking it in all he can, but the Great One finally kicking out of that move. Oh, CM Punk walking in to a huge spine buster by the Great One. And that spine buster can only be followed up by one thing. It is time for the most electrifying move in all of entertainment. The Rock coming up, People's Elbow, bang, People's Elbow to the heart of CM Punk, but The Rock surprisingly not going for the cover. Rock out to Paul Heyman. What's going on there, Paul Heyman? Oh, a punch to Paul Heyman. Oh, rock bottom. Rock obviously feels that as long as Heyman is up and about, that he's not going to get the 1, 2, 3 on Punk. But The Rock taking care of that. A rock bottom onto Heyman. And now a wake up taunt. Is Punk going to turn around into a rock bottom? Yes, he is. Rock bottom for the second time onto CM Punk. Rock bottom onto CM Punk. 1, 2, 3. We can see Paul Heyman staggering around ringside. And even Paul Heyman could not do enough to help CM Punk. For the second pay-per-view in a row, for the second month in a row, the Great One, The Rock, has defeated CM Punk, and The Rock is going to be WWE Champion going into WrestleMania coming up at the next pay-per-view. The only question is now, guys, where does that leave CM Punk for the biggest event in sports entertainment? Oh, Punk on a microphone. Punk demanding respect from the WWE Universe, and Punk will get that respect by beating anyone put in front of him. Oh, this can only mean one thing. The gong of The Undertaker hitting, and The Undertaker is in the ring behind CM Punk. CM Punk looks like he's seen a ghost. Could this mean it's going to be Undertaker CM Punk at Mania? I guess we will find out. Good night, guys.